Hello, hi, welcome to As You Are Insta Live. I'm Deepti, and let me see if our guest is. Yep. So I sent an invite to our guest. I think I've gotten a little bit early. I think I just too excited. So today is International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia and Transphobia, and that's the reason why we shifted our Wednesday uh, to today. Hello, everybody joining in. So we're gonna have a special guest today who's worked in the space and who's worked around raising awareness around LGBTQIA rights. Hey, I see Nick and Santika. Hi. I really think I should log back in at 7. Hello, how are you guys? Thank you for joining in. I'm still contemplating if I should log back in after a couple of minutes. Alright, I'm gonna log back in. Thank you. But I think I'll log back in. But it's almost time. Yeah, see, our guest is ready. Hi, Satvik. Hi, Megha. Hey,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm good. And you?
Good, good. Cool glasses.
Thank you.
How was your day?
It was good. It was good. Like all work and stuff.
Uh,
Yeah.
Working keeps you busy.
No, that's fine. Like,
Right, so I was
hello,
actually just.
Satvik.
Sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Satvik Road.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah. Cool.
So I was just
Yeah.
going to introduce you, and I had logged. I had logged in. I got too excited and logged in at like 6:53, and I'm like, okay, the guest is not ready yet, and people are signing in. So I was actually just thinking, should I log back in after a few minutes? Then I saw the time; it was almost like 4 minutes. So I thought,
Yeah. Yeah. I was waiting. Like, I was then like, why it's not started yet?
oh, okay. So today is International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia. So we have moved our usual Wednesday to the special day with a special guest who's worked around advocacy and programs which raise awareness around LGBTQI rights and issues. So we have Megha, who is a Lucknow-based queer activist and a graphic designer. So would you want to add anything to your intro apart
Oh,
from that?
that's it. Like, this is all good. Thank you.
And so she's been working in the queer spaces for about 5, 6 years now?
Yeah, almost, yeah, almost 6 years, 6 to 7.
Okay. So so initially, were you like right away getting on Pride events and everything?
No, no, actually, I met someone on a dating app, and
Right.
they that person was committed, but they were helping, the new member to
Hmm.
meet other queer person, and
Hmm.
lucky me, why I was there, and they introduced me to the whole community, and I was very happy about that. Like,
Right.
okay, what I saw, I couldn't believe that it's actually happening in Lucknow, because I think every queer kid has to, like, has a have like, they have thought in their in life once in a while, like, I'm the only one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they will
In the whole
think this in their
the
own
whole
life.
city.
Yeah, that I'm the only one in the city. Yes.
So
Yeah,
your journey from that, from that point where you thought you were the only person, to right
yeah,
now where you're at a place where you have your family's acceptance, how
yeah.
has this changed? How has this impacted your other relationships, whether it's work or friends or with your own self? How has this parental acceptance changed you?
Yeah, a lot, a lot. I feel when at starting, I was not that confident. I would have never even went for the live session.
Okay.
So it's yeah, like, it was there that you're not confident enough. You don't know how people will treat you. They will accept
Right.
you or not. You are not aware of that, and you feel that I should actually say this to say all these things to anyone else or not. So you always have that dilemma in you, that do you want
Hmm.
to share this or no, or how will they take it? And obviously there
Hmm.
was peer pressure, because everyone was dating that time, and you are not dating, and you are like, why you're not dating? And people are asking, okay, are you normal, why you're not dating? And that's, and you started, like, you start self doubting, why I'm not dating, and why I'm not this. And
Right.
when I was figuring out, I was still figuring out at that age, I was not very sure that, now I identify myself as a lesbian cis woman. um, Earlier I was not very aware. I used to have no feelings for anyone, so I used to feel
Right.
weird that why I'm not getting feeling for anyone. So yeah,
Hmm.
that was this journey, and now I'm like very confident, yes, I gay. So yeah, it's a a lot of changes happened in all these years.
Right.
Also, I feel, when you used to self doubt that you're good enough, or you are okay, or you are normal, that has changed a lot. Now I accept more than everything, like anything. Like earlier it was a lot of things were there. So
Right.
if I compare with that time and now, it's huge difference. Obviously parents supporting you is a big deal. I think the whole world, even if they support you, family support is, I feel that's the base, I guess, of everything. If base is not settled, so everything will be ruined, I feel.
Right.
So
Right.
that is something everyone deserves, but I'm very privileged in that case, that I got it very easily, and other
Right.
person doesn't get it. And
Hmm.
I feel sad about that also. And yeah, I feel also there are differences, like in why parents are not accepting. In my
Hmm.
case, my mom was very supportive, because we both had a very good bond earlier as well. Like before even coming out, we faced a lot of things together. So
Hmm.
even that whole process was good. Even my sister was very supportive of me, but she's no
Right.
more. So that is like a very hard thing
Hmm.
my and mom faced it. So
Hmm.
that was something how we learned all things
Hmm.
together. And obviously it has impacted my friends also. They wanted to, like, show us, give us the post. I'll show to my mom, I'll show to my parents, and how
Yeah.
they're supportive. So yeah, it was a
Yeah.
very
This
proud moment. It
right.
sorry,
Sorry.
just continue.
No, 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 go on.
No,
I
no,
was just going to
continue.
ask. No, I was just going to
Yeah,
ask, how has this impacted? Because um, this is, like you said, it's a very crucial thing. And when this happens to one person in the group, there is also that, I wouldn't want to say peer pressure, but there's a certain amount of I don't know if to call it shame among other people ki why have my parents not accepted? Megha's parents are so nice, they've accepted. So wo struggle, how has that impacted queer friends around you and their equation with their parents?
I think it depends on every cases. Like it's not
Right.
something you can force. I feel even my mom took time. Like when I came out to her, it was not immediately she got it. So she
Right.
took time. There are steps. You should take baby steps to make them understand that this is something I am and I identify myself. Now you have to understand it's not only that coming out. If what happened next when she sees my partner, what
Right.
happened next when I think to move in with her. So what
Right.
happened next when I think about my own family, right?
Right.
So there are challenges in very different steps. So it's not like only
Hmm.
first phase कि हाँ बस बोल दिया तो हो गया ना. that is that is not the
Right.
case. That is not the case. You have to make them understand. Also you have to make them understand कि सिर्फ मुझे accept नहीं करना. You don't have to accept me. You have to accept
Hmm.
everyone over here, right? Like
Right.
my mom accepting me because I'm her child. Like yeah, she will
Hmm.
accept me at the end of the day, but she need to
Hmm.
understand this is okay. You don't
Hmm.
have to accept me because I'm your child. You have to accept this because this is actually okay.
Right.
So there is the difference. So I feel that was a journey for her. First it was
Hmm.
like it's my child. Now it's like
Right.
she's very sensitized in that case and she knows that this is so I feel first step is also important, but the last step
Right.
is also very important because once she feels ki this is something right, so she will be more vocal about me. She will be more okay with us and everything. It's very important,
Hmm.
I feel. So even when in the pride everyone was praising her like you're a proud
Hmm.
mom, you're a proud mom, then it was making me also happy because she didn't get a lot of good feedback from her relatives just supporting me. So
Right.
she knew somewhere that she's not doing anything wrong when other people and were coming up and like you're the coolest person. So it was making her happy that she's not doing something wrong. So that is very important. That she knew somewhere that I'm not doing anything wrong, and whatever she learned it's good. So yeah, and now she's very sensitized about everything. Like she knows every terms and every she consider pronouns, which is very good. I feel yeah, now you're becoming cool mom. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that was actually one of the follow-up questions. Ki, how was the reaction from your relatives and extended family, which again
Yeah.
will impact your equation with with your mom and how she supports you. So
Yeah.
how has it been with extended family, if you want to get into that?
I feel they are not very open about it. They don't. They know, but they don't want to talk
Hmm.
about it. So
Okay, but
it's most yeah. They are
hmm.
like bit ignorant and they don't say anything usually, and it doesn't even. My mom doesn't care anymore. I feel she
Right.
understand I'm more important to her, and our relation is more important to than any other
Hmm.
person. So I feel that's a good thing that she realized it soon. So yeah, like I feel the relatives are just there are a few relatives who are very supportive. So it's not all the case that they're not. Like there are some people who are very very supportive. They're like we are proud of you, and yeah, it's fine. It's totally uh, it's okay. I mean,
Hmm.
so there were cases like several relatives came to my mom and they were that this is fine. This is not something to be ashamed of, and there are many icons who we should adore completely. So that's good thing that people are open about it also. So some
Hmm.
people are like, no, we don't want to talk about it. Some people are like, they want to talk about it. Yeah,
Yeah, somebody in the comments saying our Indian mindset changes a lot. We proudly say we're all the same. With we're I think we're different and same at the same time, right? Like just you were saying earlier, it's different for different people, and I think the solution I somewhere see to accept the different is to bring out more stories and have more conversations about how has it been with your parents or how has it been with the extended family. Is it really important to have sort of like the acceptance of the whole relatives? And I think that's somewhere like you don't need like the acceptance or validation of your whole extended family, just your parents and a close few
exactly,
people. Yeah.
exactly. Who are important to you? I feel,
Correct.
who are important to
Yeah.
you. And if they are not accepting, just let them go, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like,
it. Sorry, go ahead.
no, 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 no. Just
No, I was saying it makes sense to put in some effort if somebody who you really value is struggling to
uh,
accept you, but it doesn't, like, you don't have to put in so much effort to make sure everybody is accepting. You just have to live your life. You know, you're not hurting anybody. You know, you're not, you know, doing anything non-consensual. You're just wanting to be yourself. That's,
exactly,
I think, the end
exactly.
of it. I see a lot of your art in the background.
Yeah, that's okay. I clicked the photograph. I just pasted that whole thing.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to also ask about your art. I see a lot of queer art on your Instagram page, and
Yeah.
how do you think that has helped you with your activism or understanding your own self, your own art, or the art that you saw around in queer spaces?
I feel I have the queer arts, like I'd work on it, but not that much because I feel like I have this problem that I take too much time to create one art. I feel like it needs to be perfect or else I don't want to put it up. So I have
Hmm.
that issue, but yeah, still it helps a lot when you make something and it's something you resemble. And you know, more when I see queer artists working on queer arts, and I just feel that it's very good. I feel very amazing because that's how you. It's very inspiring. I don't know. It's just
Hmm.
somewhere empower us. So
Yeah.
yeah, it has empowered me all this time. I have seen so many queer artists, which is they are working and they post that, and that's something I also wanted to do for a long time, but I'm trying. I'm still trying. But yeah,
Okay.
it's. I won't say I'm perfect in that, but yeah, I do, but very less. But I've seen people who do it, and they are amazing. They are amazing. They're doing a great job to sensitize people, and it's definitely making a good impact.
And also, I want to talk about your experience around working in queer spaces in your city. Um, how has that helped you as an individual and your growth, or in terms of finding support in the
Right.
queer spaces?
So, like it has been 5 to 6 years I've been working in Lucknow for Queer Rights, and it has been like when I started, I didn't know there will be a lot of changes, but it has been a lot of changes. Like earlier, people when they used to ask weird questions, now they have been very sensitized. They ask very genuine
Hmm.
question which they want to actually show. Even if you
Hmm.
see the media coverage is also changed a lot, a lot.
Hmm.
Like earlier, they used to write anything. They used to
Hmm.
misgender and do
Yep.
whatever they can. But right now, they have been very sensitized and they make sure that you check that we have written the it correctly or not. And that is how it's very important. Like these changes are very important. And
Hmm.
also all this while when I started working earlier, I was more of of my own. I used to feel कि मेरा भला हो जाए बस ठीक है. Now I feel कि नहीं, this is not enough. I want that every person in the future doesn't have to suffer what he had suffered. So there is this difference to this journey when you see कि पहले कहाँ से start किया था, you were thinking about yourself only, and
Right.
now you are thinking about the whole community because that is important, and
Right.
that brings changes into you become more of a human. I feel you become more sensitive and you have more empathy inside you. I feel that is very important, and that's how you will grow, and there's obviously a growth in it. So even every single thing, like from starting to ending, there have been a lot of changes. You learn a lot, you do mistakes also. It's not that you don't do mistakes, you do a lot of mistakes, you correct yourself, you unlearn, then learn again. So this is whole process. You need to understand, you can't be perfect, but you should keep on trying that to make things better around you. And yeah,
So, do you think, like, generally it's the English media or the national level media which is which is working on even trying to be sensitive, right? Whether it's getting the language right or not
yeah, right.
misgendering or not dead naming. But how do you think it is with the regional media or newspapers or I
right?
don't know if I want to ask TV, but just let's just stick to like regional publications, news
Yeah, yeah,
publications.
yeah. So earlier it was very bad, very bad. I'm just
Hmm.
like I don't want to comment on that. It was very worse. Like they were talking anything, but
Hmm.
right now it has changed a lot. They are more
Okay.
when they see, like for first year they will be incorrect. Second year they have to be like asking that they are incorrect. They must be informed.
Right.
Then second, third they ask you and they learn
Hmm.
from that and they write that. That is good. That actually they are trying to do research and they are actually trying to understand. Okay, we'll ask and then
Hmm.
we'll do it. It's not like let's assume and do whatever we feel like. So
Right.
the good part is that they are now asking then assuming. So
Right.
that
And
is
would you say it is because of a lot of calling out that has happened from your end, or
yeah,
as
yeah,
you know, from the community and groups in the
yeah,
community calling out? Okay, that's
yes.
wonderful. That's like the
Speak up.
advocacy. Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Call out जितना हो सके social media पे और क्या घर पे,
हाँ,
wherever
हाँ,
possible, go legal
कहीं पे
if
भी
it's
पॉसिबल
available. Yeah.
है राइट राइट
Um, so one question we had from the audience was, what do you think about the lesbian representation in movies and series now?
oh okay okay so I'm not very happy with that. I don't know why I can't relate to it. I can't relate, sorry, but I can't because I feel ki it's not that easy. It's not that easy. First, if you
Okay.
get a date in your city, that you are very lucky. If you get in a big city, so you have to save a lot of money to visit them, and if it works, well, you're lucky enough that it's working. So even yeah, you have to go through that. I feel every person, and if you're very lucky that you get in the same setting, but
Hmm.
yeah, it's I don't like the representation much because I want most of the people who are playing the character are not identifying themselves as a lesbian. So I don't
Hmm.
feel that they can do justice to the character.
Hmm.
And I want that representation again. We want representation, and you're giving representation, but not like a fake one. So yeah. So I want actually a real person who is from the community would play the role. So I like that much more than that person. I know no one would like to, they won't get that promotion from if
Hmm.
some company. But I get it. But you don't make it for them. No, you are making for us only. And if you are making for other people also, they'll not get it because ये तो खुद नहीं है. They'll say this only ना. ये तो play कर रहे हैं.
Yeah, they
हाँ,
are
वही
making
बात
for
हो गई.
other people. I mean, if I have to add a
हाँ.
point to it, I mean, this is a topic that I really don't want to discuss, but what RGV, like Ram Gopal Varma did, he came up with
Oh,
a movie.
I don't
He's
know.
just doing it for lesbians. He's not doing it for anybody in the queer community. He's just doing it for himself and people like him.
I don't know why. I don't know why. It's just why people even like लोग क्यों देखने जाएंगे? I don't think it's. I don't know why they are creating that stuff. They are creating for cis men. Sorry, but yeah,
Exactly. It's
yeah.
just for cishet men, and he had a problem that it wasn't being released in the theater. I'm like, भाई नहीं चाहिए theater में.
हमें कहीं पे भी नहीं चाहिए, ओटीटी में भी
कहीं
नहीं
पे भी
चाहिए. आप अपने यूट्यूब में भी मत डालिए फ्री में. We don't want there as well.
नहीं. We don't want there, but कितना बैन करवाएंगे. कहीं पे भी डालना बट थिएटर में
Yeah.
नहीं चाहिए बिल्कुल. That's just my opinion.
Right, right. No one wants to see that. I feel, yeah, that's very important. कि अगर आपको if you want to show something, so please take queer artists. There are a lot of queer artists. If you want to search, if you genuinely want to show the representation, you matter. कि आपको representation matter करा, just you can approach, and there are many people.
Yeah, I mean, at
Yeah,
least consult with somebody
yeah,
appropriate. If not,
right.
even if like if you can't get somebody to cast, even
Yeah.
consulting with a bunch of people, you might get the nuances right. But ठीक है, you want to do your own thing, we don't want to see it.
Also, I feel कि if they are consulting, also, no, I feel they are
Hmm.
consulting someone who is very privileged.
True,
I
yeah.
don't. So, if they want to show and they want to actual show the queer
Hmm.
issues, they need to talk someone who is very unprivileged because who are privileged, they don't have. I guess they
Yeah.
have faced it a lot less than. is more unprivileged. So, and it's not very intersectional also. When you see the stories, which is very limited. So I want something ki there should be more intersection. Like for me, I feel as a queer as well as woman, I face a lot more than
Yeah.
a gay man. So yeah,
Game.
that is there, and
Yeah.
you don't, no one talks about that. Even like you were asking me about like 5 years, I know how I faced this thing. Like
Yeah.
I was the only one who was, very vocal about. And if you search like who is very out and
Hmm.
lesbian person in Lucknow, so I'm the only one, and most women doesn't come out. And because, and we are not making it safe for them, I feel still we are not making it safe for them. If you go to the queer parties or queer events, it's not safe for you. I will say
True.
it's never safe for you. And like even other identities, I'm not saying only women, but
Hmm.
yeah, except men, I don't think so. It's safe for anyone. So there we are. Like I think we have the issue over there, and we need to address that.
Hmm. You're saying even within community spaces, it's not safe for women?
Yes, I feel that
Okay.
it's not. It's not. I
Okay.
can say that it's not. It's not.
Okay.
Even like even in the parties, if you go and
Right.
I've seen that Gavin tries to dance, which if like it if you are a like your identity doesn't give you a right to touch someone. I feel
Right.
so
There
there
is
they don't understand the consent. Yeah. So we need to talk about the issues within the community itself. There are a lot of
yeah.
problematic issues which is within the community. We talk about all the hate and discrimination we are getting outside from the community, but
Hmm.
inside it's same. I don't think there is casteism, there is racism, there is a
There's
lot. I like
biphobia.
patriarchy is there. Yeah, this biphobia. There is a
Yeah.
lot of things. Islamophobia. I've seen. I've
Oh,
just
yeah, yeah.
like, yeah, they're like showing it, and they are very proudly saying, "Are we are just kidding." So I've seen that as well. And when you call out, so you can't
Hmm.
call out because when you call out them, they are not taking it very well. They are like, "Okay, this is not something we did. We just, it was a joke." ये तो सब करते हैं. Body shaming is in on another level. If you see, body shaming is
Right.
on another level. They'll do anything like, and they make it excuse, अरे ये तो हमारे यहाँ होता है.
This is just a
So
joke. Take it easy. Why are you so
take it easy.
sensitive?
हाँ, अरे ये तो ऐसा हो रहा है. Or they will insult you like that way. It's just it's very different. So it's not always good glitters and rainbow, we say,
Right.
but
Right.
it's something that then again the same topic comes, intersectionality, because
Right.
this is the only thing we have to address. I feel when we address, and if all the things will be
Yeah, I think
this.
we need spaces even inside the community where these issues can be spoken, whether
Yes,
it's
yes,
support groups or like a newsletter where issues like this can be and should be addressed as well. And yeah, again, this is again, as you are as a space, we've sort of moved beyond just the matchmaking part, and on our community we have, I mean, we encourage discussions like this where whether it's coming out stories or talking about issues that you face on in the community spaces, we want to start creating those dialogues and stories around it. Like I was saying earlier, the only way to normalize being different is to bring out more stories. And I think this I feel with movies as well, there are bad movies, but then as people start making more movies, there will be less of those bad movies.
right. Right,
Yeah.
I agree. Stories are important. See, representation, amplifying the voices of the queer community is very important.
Yeah.
So it has impact. I'm not saying it doesn't have
Yeah.
impact. People start talking about it. So it's very important that way. Like, uh, representation should be there anyway. कैसा भी हो,
Yeah.
but it
Yeah.
should be there somewhere or the other. So yeah, like बहुत ज़्यादा negative ना हो, but yeah, like I
Yeah.
understand. So it's important, but like stories obviously make changes. But I feel somewhere or the other, even I feel कि people need to be sensitized. कुछ लोगों को stories देख के भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता. They are like, अच्छा, this is there, okay. अपने घर में नहीं होगा. So that's about the mentality. I feel a mindset of a person needs to be very
Yeah.
uh, I feel at the very young age, if you sensitize kids, in
This,
future,
yeah,
I feel they are going to at least be little bit sensible. I think, I don't know, but yeah,
yeah, yeah. Because
somewhere or
again,
the
this,
other.
yeah, it sort of reminds me of the NCRT training manual that was supposed to come out, and pata nahi what happened to that. I'm gonna just try and turn on the light. I know power has come back.
Oh,
Okay, yay. Sorry about that. Power nahi tha. आधे घंटे से I was
it's
just
fine.
waiting for power to. Okay, it's gone again. I should just try.
It's okay.
So yeah, that
Yeah.
was like the end of the questions I had, and end of the questions that we had from audience as well. Do you have any last points to add?
No, I'm just like, I understand the pressure. I understand how um, it's mental health issues affecting like your mental health.
Hmm.
Like why your parents are not accepting you completely and stuff. And there are a lot of things I understand, but just don't rush. I feel even I didn't rush.
Hmm.
I understand. I suggest everyone take time. They
Yep.
will get it. If they don't, you're not alone. You're not alone. Like people will support you anyway. Like there are people who are just like you. They'll support you, and that is very
Absolutely.
important. So you don't need to be like, yeah, parents acceptance को इतना बड़ा नहीं बनाना है. हाँ, important है, but उसको ही सिर्फ नहीं बनाना है, because फिर I feel, if you don't get it, they will be like, I don't know. They will be very disheartened that they didn't get that, and I feel sad. They don't. I don't want anyone to suffer that. It's fine if they don't. They didn't get that. They will get it with time, or if
Hmm.
they don't, it's okay. It's not a. It's, I understand. कि मेरे, I get that privilege that it's easy for you. Your parents have accepted. Yeah, I understand. But earlier also, when my parents didn't accept me completely, and they didn't know about me, I still have that same
Right.
mental health issues and the dilemma inside me and the pressure inside me that
Right.
what's going to happen. So you have to be prepared for everything, I feel. So it's okay, like, yeah, and you're not alone. Like I feel ki we who are helping the community anyway, they'll support you and they are your family. So there's
Yeah.
always a chosen family with you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think yeah. What strengthens us as a community is being part of the community, like getting out there,
right,
meeting people. Because
exactly,
personally, for me, that has helped immensely in my personal growth, whether it's life approach in general or as a queer person. So I think reaching out to people in your town, even if it's online, I think that
right,
is an immediate
right.
step that a lot of queer people should do.
Yeah,
So it was great
right.
talking
Every
to you.
person is not bad.
Sorry.
Sorry. No, no,
Yeah,
I'm just
okay.
saying every person is not bad. You just, like, I told this story, in queer community, this thing happens, but it's not necessary that everyone is like that.
True.
So you should approach people, and yeah, I totally agree with you. That's all.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah,
Thank you.
cool.
It was great talking to you, and I apologize for
Likewise.
the darkness that is happening
No,
here.
it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's good.
Okay.
Okay, it's,
Okay.
you came back. Yeah.
Thank you for spending
Um,
time with us and sharing all your
yeah.
insights. We hope to have you soon again on another topic.
Cool. It was an honor to be a part of this. Thank you for considering me this.
Thank you. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
cool.
Take
Okay.
care. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Take care. Bye.